Okay, today's topic is errors in product and quotient. All of you write this heading. Okay, in the previous class we explained about the errors in addition and subtraction. So what we have seen in addition and subtraction, the absolute errors are getting added up. In both addition and subtraction, absolute errors of each quantity will be added up. Now we'll see what will happen in the case of multiplication and division. Multiplication and division. Suppose we have a quantity, a physical quantity like Z is equal to A into B. A is one measurement, B is another measurement. A into B is equal to Z is the physical quantity. Like the area equal to length into breadth. Okay, area A is equal to length into breadth. Same type of equation. Now suppose Z is the actual value without error. Same way A and B are the actual measurement without error. But when we are measuring the value A, for example, if you are measuring the length of a surface and you are making some error in that, and that error is plus or minus delta A. This delta A is the error. It can be more or less than the original length or original value of A. The same way when you are measuring the B value, for example, if you are measuring the breadth of a surface of a table, actual breadth is B, but you are making a mistake, an error, that is B plus or minus delta B is the error. It can be more or less than the original value. Got it? Then if Z plus or minus delta Z is the measured value of the physical quantity, in that delta Z is the error. It can be written as A plus or minus delta A, delta is the small error, into, because the quantity is given by A into B, A multiplied by B, so into, instead of B we have to write the complete measurement including the error, B plus or minus delta B. Okay, when we multiply this quantity we will get the equation like this: Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to, first I should multiply with A with B and also A with plus or minus delta B. So when I multiply first A with B, I will get AB. A into B is equal to AB. Then plus or minus here, plus or minus, then A into delta B, A multiplied with the delta B, A into delta B. Now I should multiply delta A with B. There is plus or minus here, so plus or minus delta A into B, delta A into B, again plus or minus delta A into delta B. This quantity, the last quantity, that is delta A into delta B, it is the product of two fractions. Normally when two fractions we multiply, it becomes very small. For example, suppose delta A is 0.01, okay, and delta B is 0.01. Then the product of delta A into delta B will be what? 0.0001. Means when we multiply fraction, it becomes still smaller, become very small. Because of that, we can neglect this quantity. This quantity can be neglected. Okay. So final equation can be written as Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to A into B, then plus or minus A into delta B plus or minus delta A into B. This delta A into delta B, which is negligible, very small. If you neglect this part also, it won't make much difference in the final calculation. Okay, since it is very small, normally error will come very small fraction. When two fractions are multiplied, it becomes still smaller, negligible, so we neglected that. That is neglected. Okay, this part is neglected. So the equation become like this: Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to AB plus or minus A into delta B plus or minus delta A into B. Now we will divide this equation both LHS and RHS by Z. Okay, divide the entire equation by Z. So if I divide this LHS by Z, I can write Z plus or minus delta z is whole divided by z, okay, is equal to, but we know that z is equal to ab. Instead of dividing by z, we can divide by ab also. If I divide ab by z, what will be the answer here?
Sir, 1.
1, because ab equal to z. ab is z, isn't it? So ab, instead of dividing here by z, I can divide by ab also. So that become 1 here, plus or minus. Next term, a into delta b divided by z. Z means ab.
Sir, delta b by b.
Very good. Delta b by b. Then plus or minus. We are dividing this delta a b divided by delta a is one quantity. Okay, don't think that delta is separate, a is separate. Delta a means a small mistake, a small error.
Delta A.
Okay, so b will be cancelled. When we divide this
Yes.
by ab, a into b, b will get cancelled. Then delta a by a will be remaining. Delta a divided by a. In this quantity, first I am dividing z by z. What is z by z? Then plus or minus delta z by z is equal to, and right hand side, okay, there is minus here, correct. Here minus will be there. Okay, and here also minus will be there. Z plus or minus 1. Okay, and this common minus we can cancel here. Then finally, this minus 1 and minus 1 also will get cancelled. This also will get cancelled. And the last equation is coming, delta z by z is equal to, delta z by z is equal to delta b by b plus delta a by a. That I am writing first delta a by a, then plus delta b by b. This is the last equation. In the previous case of addition and subtraction, what we have seen, the two absolute errors were added up. Now in this case, absolute errors will not be added up. Delta z by z is called fractional error. Delta z is absolute error. Absolute error divided by the true value, the complete value, original value is called fractional error. So fractional errors are being added up. What is the meaning of fractional error, Shamil? Suppose you are measuring the length of a table. You are measuring the length of a table, and in that length of the table it is represented by small l, and you are making some mistake in that. That mistake is delta l, error is delta l. Okay. Then fractional error in the measurement of the length is delta l by l. Delta l by l. Can you tell the physical meaning of this? What is the fractional error delta l by l means? With an example, delta l by l. L is the length of a table. Delta l is the error in that measurement. Then delta l by l is called fractional error in the length measurement. What is the actual meaning? What concept you have in your mind? Okay, I will give you an example, another example. Okay. Suppose you have a wire. Okay, this is a wire. Its actual length is 2 meters. Say 2 meters is actual length. And you have given a ruler for measuring this one, or a measuring tape for measuring this one. When you measure the length of this wire, suppose you are measuring as 2 meter and 4 millimeter. This 4 millimeter is the mistake or error you made in the measurement. Actual length is only 2 meter, but you made a small mistake, that is 2 meter and 4 millimeter. That 4 millimeter is the error. Then if you apply in this equation, you made an error of how much?
4 millimeter.
4 millimeter. So delta L is 4 millimeter here. 4 millimeter is the error. And what is the actual length?
Meter.
2 meter. So if you divide, what you will get? 2 millimeter is the fractional error, correct? So what is the meaning of this? This is the error in 1 meter measurement, correct?
Oh yes, sir.
In 2
Oh,
meter
yes.
measurement, you made 4 millimeter error, means in 1 meter measurement, how much error you made? Now, if you are measuring 8 meters, how much error you will make?
16.
You make 16 millimeter error, isn't it? Suppose this error is due to the mistake on your instrument. Suppose this error is due to some zero error, some mistake on your instrument. Then if you have given a wire of 10 meter length, you will make 20 millimeter error in that. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So fractional error means it is the error per unit measurement. If it is length, error made in 1 meter measurement. Error per unit measurement. Error per unit measurement of the physical quantity is called fractional error. That will be added up when you multiply two physical quantity. Fractional error will be met. You cannot in the multiplication of two quantity you cannot add delta A plus delta B. That is wrong. It won't come like that. If you just write delta A plus delta B in multiplication of two physical quantity, that is wrong. It is not possible. Only what will be added up? Fractional error will be added up. The complete absolute error delta A will not be added up. Delta A and delta B will not be added up. Delta A and delta B will be added up if you are doing sum or difference, addition or subtraction. In that case, absolute errors will be added up. But in multiplication, only fractional error will be added up.
Okay.
Got the point? Now, the same way we can prove that, suppose we have a physical quantity, that is Z is equal to A divided by B. A divided by B is the quantity. And if you do the same procedure, same method if you follows, final equation will be same like this. No need to explain again it. It is same only. The final equation will be delta Z by Z. Fractional error in the final quantity will be equal to sum of the fractional errors of the individual quantity, delta A by A plus delta B by B. So remember, if it is multiplication or division, in both the case, fractional errors will be added up. The fractional error of the total quantity will be equal to sum of the fractional errors in individual measured values.
Yes, sir.
So both multiplication and division, remember in both multiplication and division, fractional errors will be added up. This is the last topic in error calculation, that is error due to power of a measured quantity. It means, for example, suppose we have a physical quantity Z is equal to A square. If Z is equal to A square, the power is 2, then it can be also written as Z is equal to A into A multiplied by A. Correct? If two quantities are multiplied, just now we have proved that, then fractional errors will be added up. Delta Z by Z. Shamil, can you tell the equation? Delta Z by Z is equal to what?
Delta A by A plus delta A by A.
Yeah, delta A by A plus delta A by A. Two quantities are multiplied here. When two quantities are multiplied, fractional errors are being added up. Delta A by A plus delta A by A. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Or this can be written as delta Z by Z. That is a fractional error in the physical quantity will be equal to. Here it is
2
coming
into
2
delta
times.
A by A.
Yeah, 2 times delta A by A. 2 times delta A by A. Where we can see this 2 is the power. 2 is the power. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So in general we can write like this. Generally we can write for any physical quantity Z is equal to A raised to N. Z is equal to A raised to N. A to the power N. Then it can be written as delta Z by Z is equal to what? The fractional error of the physical quantity will be equal to N into delta A by A. This can be the general equation, because here when we were having Z equal to A square, we got 2 into delta A by A. If it is A cube, what we have to write? A into A, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
If it is A cube, we have to write A into A. Then delta A by A plus delta A by A, once again plus delta A by A. It means 3 into delta A by A, means N into delta A by A. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So if there is a power on a measurement, then the error due to that measurement will be always dominating. If there is a power for a measurement, then its error will be multiplied by that power. So we have to take care. Suppose you are measuring the volume of a sphere. Okay? You are measuring the volume of a sphere. Volume of a sphere is given by what equation? Equation
4 by 3 pi r.
Yeah, 4 by 3 pi r.
Pi r cube.
Pi r.
Pi r cube.
Okay. And another boy is measuring area of a circle. another boy is measuring area of a circle. A is equal to what?
Pi r square.
Pi r square. Okay. And another boy is measuring the circumference of a circle. What is that?
2 pi r.
2
2 pi r.
Okay. In all this case, suppose the first boy measuring the volume of a sphere, he is making an error of 0.01 centimeter. The other boy also measuring the area of a circle, he is also making an error in the radius 0.01 centimeter. And in the circumference of the circle also, that boy also making an error in the radius 0.01 centimeter. Error is made in the measurement of radius. Now can you tell me, out of this, in which of the physical quantity error will be maximum?
Volume of sphere.
Volume, because error, measurement of radius, they are making same error. In the case of sphere, in the case of area of a circle or circumference of a circle, error made in the radius is same, 0.01. But in volume, that will be 3 times multiplied. What is the point? What will be the equation for fractional error in the volume measurement? Delta V by V.
Sir, 3 delta r by r.
Yeah, that is the answer. 3 into delta r by r. So total fractional error in the volume measurement will be 3 into delta r by r. With the error in the measurement of area of the circle by the second boy, delta A by A is equal to
2 into delta r by r.
2 into delta r by r. What will be the error in the measurement of circumference of the circle by the third boy? That is delta L by L, fractional error. Only delta r by r. Only delta r by r. You got the difference here, three equation from the three equation. In the circumference
Yes, sir.
measurement, error is only coming delta r by r. In area measurement, it is multiplied by 2 delta r by r. In volume measurement, it is multiplied by 3 delta r by r. Because in volume measurement, radius is coming as power 3 cube. So whenever you are doing any measurement which is having a power like square, cube, etc., we should measure that with more accuracy. Otherwise, error will be multiplied too much. That is the logic. Okay. Suppose this is a physical quantity. Its equation is like this. Z is a physical quantity. It is measured by using this equation: A raised to P, B raised to Q, C raised to R. Can you tell me the equation of fractional error of this measurement? Delta Z by Z equal to what?
P delta a by a.
P into delta A by A. Then
Plus
plus
q delta b by b.
Q into delta B by B. Then
Plus
plus. Very good.
r delta c by c.
Very good. This is the equation. Because in multiplication and division, both multiplication, here it is multiplication, here it is division. In both multiplication and division, fractional errors will be added up. So r into delta c by c. Got it? In both multiplication and division, the fractional error will be added up.
Okay, sir.
If I multiply the final equation delta z by z by 100, we will get the percentage error. So we should multiply at each section, that is P into delta A by A into 100, Q into delta B by B into 100, and R into delta C by C into 100. Then you will get the percentage error in the total measurement.